it's me. Hello from the other side of YouTube. No, but seriously, this is another CrazierCraft episode brought to you by Not Streaming, and it is currently 3:44 in the morning. I kind of found some time where I was like, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to go ahead and check things out. So I was already doing one recording, then decided that, you know what, I screwed up without having any audio, and I thought in the interest of having audio, we would come back. Now that we're back, I just want to tell you what I discovered. One of the things I discovered was apparently I fleeped up. Apparently, these things of grass here were in the way of our previous project, aka I was testing to see if this would be a good chunk loader. But as it turns out, in order for that to work as a chunk loader, well, you need to make sure there's no grass there. Otherwise, you're going to duplicate grass, and it's just not what you want. So we're just going to go ahead and put a whole bunch of quarries down. And you might be like, okay, that seems a little bit excessive, but it will be easy to tell if it's going to be duplicating while I'm not there. So if we see that grass is not kind of, you can see it's kind of already going. If we see that, not grass, but if we see that these quarries have spread, then they will work. But my gut feeling, unfortunately, is that it's not going to work. And yes, I know that's terrible, it's tragic, but it's just the way that the cookie crumbles. And I have seen many a cookie crumble under pressure, under all sorts of things. And it's just the way it goes, guys. I know it's hard, but you'll get through it. I did too. It's just dark times, man. I don't even know. I don't even know what we're looking at. Just, no. Just, I'm going to go ahead and learn how to make a quarry. Throw these quarries into here. And then marvel at the fact that each one of these suckers is worth 130,000. This one is worth 16,000. I think we might have found our new main bay. But regardless. Alright, so previously we kind of were messing around with the Stirling generator, with the sag mill, and the alloy smelter. The result of which is that we managed to get a whole bunch of these new blocks that are from Ender.io, and that's going to mean that we can finally start progressing a little bit more. Since I am not recording on stream, that means I can do a little bit of on and off recording here, which will hopefully mean that this is going to be a little bit more efficient in the way that we handle things. Of course, there is a very good chance that I'll get confused at some point, and I won't realize I'm confused until much later. So when that happens, please forgive me. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now, first thing first, we are going to make our super capacitor. So we built one of these basic capacitors way back in the day. We then took those and made two of these bad boys, the double layered. Now with the octadic capacitor, we need this. And today is the day that I realize I do not have all the ingredients for this. All right, we need 2 vibrant alloy, and we can do that. All right, so as I was saying, haha, octadic capacitor. And what are we going to do with this octadic capacitor? Solve world hunger? Make all these things happen? No, I'm going to throw it straight into my Stirling generator. And just like that, you see? Now you may think to yourself, Choco, that doesn't seem like a good thing. Look at that burn rate jump down. I think what that means is that it actually is working for us a little bit harder per thing. So it generates 160,000 at 20 RF per tick. But this one generates 853,000 at 80 RF per tick. So in general, I think the translation of that turns into something like, it's going to be mad sweet, dog. You should not worry about your life and your problems because we got all sorts of cool stuff, which I am personally excited for. Also, we have way more cooked fish than I... We have way more cooked fish than what I ever could possibly know what to do with. That was... that was uncanny. All right. So anyways, yeah, we have this running. We hook this up, and that is all functional and dandy, which means the next thing that we realistically want to do here is, unfortunately, say goodbye to this guy. This guy has served us well, but unfortunately, it is not meant to be. So first thing, I'm going to actually... yeah, no, maybe... Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take this redstone, make some redstone blocks. I know this is seemingly strange. I know you're panicking a little bit inside. It's okay. I promise you, I am a amateur at this, and that means I am really good at what I do. Just kidding. It means I'm terrible at what I do. Alright, so that's going to lock down all that coal. and I threw everything out somehow. I don't even know how that's possible. Alright, so let's go ahead, throw all those coal blocks into here, and we're actually going to break this vibration chamber. Now, I know you might be like a little bit worried right now. You'd be like, Choco, how could you do such a thing? It was so important to our operation. Was it really? And also, now we're going to be messing around with this a little bit more. We're going to make the 4, the holy quadrangle? Yeah, we're going to go with that. We're making a quadrangle of beautiful crystal growth accelerators. Now, you might also be like, what? Why are we doing this again? It's because it is beautiful. Also because of the fact that with these accelerated things, we can go ahead and make more pure fluic stuff, which in turn is going to pay out dividends, or at least that's what I tell myself, to try to convince myself that we are totally doing what we should be doing right now. Which, at this point, it's kind of a toss-up, like 50-50, I'd say. But let's go ahead. Okay, so this is just Certus quartz, or this is charged Certus quartz. I'm actually going to break this down, and I know some of you are like freaking out right now. It's like, Choco, you might need that in the future. We may. You're not wrong. But we're going to go ahead, grab all this charged Certus quartz, because my feeling is this. We can get away with getting rid of those because we can charge our own, and we just need the Certus quartz for that. Also, I'm an idiot, and I just realized I don't think I was actually supposed to do that many of them. I was supposed to save one with an emerald pickaxe, which, well, you know, sometimes you feel very bold. This was one of those times, and it didn't pay out. Do I seriously not have a single charge Certus quartz thing? Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. I was gonna say we can just make more if we really need it, but instead, I'm just going to have to say I'm a dum-dum, because I don't think I saved a single one of those buggers. As a matter of fact, the more I look, the more I am realizing that I really just tore apart a whole bunch of charge cert. Did we just screw up? We just screwed up bad. All right, whatever. We can still make more. This, as long as these guys are here, we can still make more of the charged Certus stuff. That's what really counts. Unless aluminum, cobblestone and dirt. Certus quartz crystals. I don't see it. I think they're all just crystal forms. I think we actually would have to go find some more. Dang it! That's alright. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out, as we always have. Alright. Well, that was an unfortunate way to die. Your meteor shield has protected you. These meteors are coming down really frequently. I don't know if it's just because like we have it on a really high setting, that it's just kind of like yellow swag and just blocks like a million of these, but we block a lot. Okay. I don't like darkness. It is not my old friend. Is this also an arrow shooter? Yeah, it is. Okay. That is weird. That is very, very strange. Alrighty, so... And I'm running through the cave right now just to see if I can find some easy and reliable charged Certus quartz, or I'm sure I can find some more. It wasn't that hard to find. I know that they're not exactly common, but they didn't exactly seem rare either. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? Yeah, fam, you get me. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and zoom over here, and I'm going to kill this Rombra, or whatever it is, the Roomba. And, yep, nothing really. It's looking fairly grim. Fam, it's looking pretty grim for the charged Certus quartz ore. I think I fleeped up. I think I fleeped up just a lot. I think we fleeped up quite badly. Tried Terrible Terror, not really all that important. So much copper ore, like, my goodness, I didn't realize how much copper ore was down here. Oh, what is this? Dried goldfish? Had I known, we could have actually gotten titanium and uranium that way, but I did not see that until just now. Alright, and then nothing is in here. Yep, well, gosh golly, I would smack my face and have a fish, because I do not have the thing that I was looking for. Raw chupacabra meat. Eating it raw can cause terrifying hallucinations. That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that! That's not terrifying. I can eat this stuff. Alright. Well, anyways, I apparently have Fear 3. I don't even know what that means as an enchantment, but the voices in my head, I've had them for a while, so that's totally fine. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead, plop on over here. So we made our capacitor for that. Oh, right, that's the meteor shield. We made the capacitor for that bad boy. We are going to go ahead. We have this vibration chamber, which honestly, I'm going to store away before I forget that we have it here. We're going to store that away, and I'm going to not collect the rest of them just yet, because I'm going to operate under the pretense that we don't really need any of that stuff just yet. So we have a good power source. We are also hopefully going to have... they're going. I'd like to have one more here. One more, and then we can go ahead and put the crystal stuff there. Also, I don't know what happened to the pure fluid stuff that we left in the pool of water previously. I think they actually were lost. Not lost as in like they ran away from home lost, but they're lost as in like they were destroyed in the Great Kitty Attack of, you know, whatever year this is. 2016. Got it. I knew that. I knew what year we're in. It was a test. Okay, I didn't know what year we're in. But you know what? It's been tough, man. It's been tough adjusting. I swear it was just like last year whenever we were in 2015, Kappa. Alright, so that is done and dusted. And we're just going to have to eventually sell our bodies in the black market in order to find some good old charged Certus quartz. Man, that makes me feel really, really weird that we literally just... I broke them without thinking. I was like, oh, yeah, more, I think. I literally, as I broke it, my brain was like, wait a minute, Choco, did you actually save some? Which the answer was no. No, I did not. I did not think that through at all. All right. Well, let's see. Okay, so, anyways, we got that going. Let's go back. Instead of going to the Ender IO stuff now, well, actually, one thing that we're going to do actually before we go ahead and call it for this whole thing. So we actually can make these things called capacitor banks. Now, my understanding of capacitor banks is that if you make capacitor banks, they store power for you, which is actually kind of nice because you can have like, I think you can have a whole bunch of things kind of feeding into it, and then they in turn create like a whole bunch of power, which in turn, or wait, the power generators can feed into one giant bank, and then one giant bank can basically feed everything, and they can make it so it's like as large as you could possibly want, which sounds really good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. Now, before I do that, though, I'm going to warn you that I actually have not played with this particular thing yet, so I might just be really screwing up all these different things. But I think we're okay. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like we're going to be fine. All right, so let me go ahead. We're going to aim for this capacitor bank, like the really like boss swag one. So we are going to need... Yeah, we're going to need... I was like, what? We're going to need iron, the double layer capacitors, and blocks of redstone, which we actually just made some redstone, so that works out. Let's go ahead and start off with these little double layer dudes. And we are going to need energetic alloy and then copper ingots. All right, so we do have some copper ingots left over, but energetic alloy, we do not have very much on our person. So let's go ahead, say hello to our friends. And no, okay, whatever. I might as well just mine the whole lot. Okay, just mine this up. All right, cool, cool, cool. Say goodbye, you evil villain, you. All right, then go over and, ooh, look at this guy. It just went ham taro. Good job. All right, so crystal growth accelerators have finally done their thing. And so we can go ahead and just boop, boop, boop. That's not what I wanted to have happen. All right, boop. And then one bucket will do the trick for me, which I will promptly return after I have gained my water. I don't really know what happened. Oh, the meteors happened. Duh. All right, so there we go. I'm not really sure why these are facing in weird directions. I don't know if that's like a thing or... Nope, I just placed them funny. All right, so let's go ahead. Boop. All right, cool. And then the bucket can go right back, even though we could make a million of these things. All right, so we have the stuff that we need, I believe. So we need to make 4 of those bad boys, right? So in order to make 4 of these, we need to make 8 of these. I don't have the golden nuggets necessary for this, so I'm going to make the golden nuggets necessary for it. All right, well, I think that's going to be good. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, so we're going to need 8, I said, right? I actually need a little bit more copper. So let's go ahead, let's double back for some copper. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more stuff in general. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and chuck Testa. We're just going to toss these things out here. I don't know why I'm carrying this taser around, because I probably shouldn't be. Taser, go into there. And yes, I know my inventory makes some of you cringe and go like, Choco, I loved you, but you betrayed me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, fam. But you know what? We're working on the enemy system. We are actually actively working towards that goal right now. It will happen. Maybe. Eventually. Probably. I should probably get more copper while I'm over here. Alright. Oh, it already replenished. These things are all sorts of ready to go. They're just raring to go. Alright. So that should be more than enough. That is more than sufficient copper. Then we're going to hop on over here. Say hello to the mighty crafting bench. I was trying to decide which crafting bench looked more appealing to me. And this one seems to eat a lot of bananas, so that's why it's more appealing. Haha, puns. Alright, and then capacitor. Yes. And, okay, great. Great. That's beautiful. Like, my goodness. Alright. And then bang. Just like that. We have 8 lovely basic capacitors, which in turn can make a whole bunch of these for bing bang boom, done deal. And then capacitor banks is just going to be that and some redstone. What did I screw up here? Nope, wait. What did I screw up here? Oh, these things hold way more. Wait, why didn't we make the... Oh, wait, hold on. We can make... Okay, we can go from this to that. But, yes, okay, we're going to do it that way. I don't know why we're going to do it that way, but I feel like that's the way we should do it. What's a vibrant crystal? Oh, interesting. Alright, you know what? Do we actually need it, though? Do we actually need it? Here, let's... Okay, hold on. Before we get too kind of sidetracked with this whole, like, oh, we're going to do all sorts of crazy stuff. Let's start off with this. So double layer. Oh, we need electrical steel. That's not iron. These things are sneaky, man. I tell you, these blocks look really sneaky beaky. Like, you look at something, you're like, oh, yeah, that's totally iron. Nope. It deceived you. In your moment of trust, it found an opportunity to deceive you and to annihilate everything that you stand for. All right, over here we go. And then, capacitor. Okay, capacitor bank. And then... the Fire Nation attacked. Actually, well, yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna do this way. We're gonna do this in a really roundabout way, but I promise it should work. I promise that maybe kind of sort of. I'm that guy. I'm being that guy right now. I apologize. All right, so let's go ahead, swoop all those up, and let's leave the capacitor bank there. That bad boy is gonna duplicate for us, but in the meantime, we do need to go ahead and make ourselves some of these bad boys. So we're going to need vibrant alloy, which is easy peasy, and then vibrant crystals, which are, of course, not something that we have readily on us yet. We will get them, but just not yet. Let me go ahead, hop down here. This should be a very simple thing of just getting an emerald from here. I'm just making sure that we don't, like, somehow completely screw ourselves over and be like, oh, well, you just had the last crystal that ever existed on the server. Sorry, boys, and then just rip my life. But I think we're okay. I'm also going to take these crystal growth accelerators and leave them over here. My God, my inventory is a hot mess. Like, literally, I'm just looking at it hurts me. All right. Gold nuggets, like so. Some more gold nuggets, and then a little bit more here. I don't know how that happened, but okay. And then some more gold nuggets. Beautiful. And then we had some mandrake seeds. Maybe we should actually hold on to some mandrake seeds from now on. That people are saying that, like, the magical twilight sparkle, that's a pony, isn't it? But all these, like, magical things are actually pretty important. The magical crops, I think they're called. Wait, are they called magical crops? No, this is witchery. That's a different mod. All right, never mind. I am just going to be judged heavily by the fact that I knew that one of them was a pony name. I'm really hoping I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, no harm, no foul. If I'm right, then I'm going to get all kinds of crap for the rest of my life. Or I'm probably going to get crap for the rest of my life. All right, so electrical steel, copper ingot, energetic alloy. Let's just throw them into there for now. Flint steel can hang out down here because it's cool. And then let's go ahead, block of emerald, change those into actual proper emeralds. And then we got some vibrant alloy here, which ought to be able to make us this vibrant crystal, which actually only need a nugget. So I just need a bang, nugget form. And then with these vibrant nuggets, Surround one lonely little emerald that never stood a chance. That is weird. I don't know how that came to be. Alright, so vibrant crystal. Cool. And then now we need to do this bad boy. So we just need the vibrant alloys. So really, we just need the octadic capacitors, which, again, is not exactly the most fun thing in the world to do, but definitely not the worst thing to do. So let's go ahead. I just realized that I completely annihilated my golden nugget stockpile, which I actually still need. And I not threw away, but I put away all my stuff that I'm actually going to be needing for this part. So let's go ahead, pull this all out again. Apologize profusely for having put it away. And then crafting bench, capacitor. So octadics, right? These require 2 of these, which require 2 of those, so 4, and then, yeah. So we need, what? We need 2 of them, I think? Was that what I just said? I swear I am thoughtless. All right. I need 2. Yes, I need 2 octadics. So I'm going to need 2 of them, which requires 2 of those, so I'm going to need 8. I'm going to need 8 of these bad boys, I think. I have no idea if that math is correct. It is late at night. You cannot judge me. Well, I mean, you can judge me, and you probably win that, but still, like, have mercy, please, senpai. Not like this. Alright, bang. Let's just make a whole bunch of redstone. Basic capacitors, what you know. Alright, we're going to make 8 of these. It is a darn shame that Equivalent Exchange does not have them on there. And yes, I know that we could probably get them added in, but at the same time, having the struggle is not a bad thing. Alright, 4 of those bad boys. And then we just need glowstone, and that's not too hard. So let's go ahead, type in glow. We didn't type in glow. We typed in, well, I guess technically we typed in glow. All right, and then bang, octadics. All right, so we have 2 of those. Nice. Now, if we go down here, we do have these banks. And you see how they're kind of merging together? That's what we want to see, because that means that we're going to be able to do that later on, which is great. That's perfect. And I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to take this vibrant capacitor bank, and we're going to make one of these. Bang. 25 million RF. That is more than enough. Like, that's way more than we probably need. And we're going to put that down there. What? Oh. What? Oh, yeah, okay. I was like, what the heck's going on? What? Why don't you like each other? Okay, that's strange. Alright, well, apparently the capacitors don't get along, so sorry, capacitors. If you want to be this rude, then you can leave. Alright, so that is going over there. Ash infused stone can take a hike as well. Alrighty. Now that we've got that all sorted, done and dusted, we have a good way to store energy. That may seem like a very, very small bit, but a huge step for all Kwehkind. Now, we do have a good source of energy. That makes me all happy and tingly inside, and I feel good about it. So, next order of business. We're going to go back to our dear, dear friend that makes me cry at night and ask myself, Mummy, why does applied energistics, I think that's what it's called, yeah. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try again to make the ME system, which, as you well know, didn't exactly go over great so far. This is not helpful. This giant wall of cable facades they're just not nice. They're just not nice at all. All right, so we are gonna. Okay, let's start off by making another Stirling generator. I know this may seem really shocking that I would want to make another one after I've made a couple, but we're going to make another one. Yeah, okay, I'm like going about this completely oddly, but Stirling generator. We're gonna make another one of these bad boys. So stone bricks. Did I learn how to make one? If I was smart, I learned how to make one out of here. Oh baby, I'm not a complete dum-dum. This makes me happy and excited. All right, now I'm going to take this and, well, I wonder if I can I build it underneath there? Because that would probably be the best way to do this. I'm going to try. I have no idea if this will actually work or not. I'm going to assume it will. I don't see why it wouldn't. Alright, so that's going to start working and doing its thing. Actually, I can make another capacitor while I'm here. We've literally done this like a bajillion times, Choco, please. Alright. That is not what... Yes, okay, I want to make that. Okay, and I need, what, 4 of them? Thanks. Thanks. Not actually, though, because you guys are actually the biggest of jerks. Alright, Alright, so we made the 4 basic capacitors. That, in turn, makes me these double layer capacitors, which, in turn, will make me this, but I need a glowstone. So to go back over here, get a glowstone. You'd be amazed. Having these things close by actually cuts down a fair bit of time. I was actually sort of amazed by how much of a difference that one little change made. It's a little change that could. Alright. Oh god, now there's moth scales everywhere and moths everywhere. It's just, this is honest. We live in wild times. We live in wild, crazy, crazy times. Alright. Okay. So the idea here is I just want to dig this out. I know I have this shovel here, but it digs too well. It actually is like kind of terrifying how well it digs. Alright, dirt. Let's leave that there. And then these energy conduits, all I need to do is just go. Nope. That's not, no. That's not working how I thought it would work. Alright, well, dang. We're gonna have to, I think we might have to just use a cable from Applied Energistics, which is okay. And I'm going to really hope that I'm right about this, because if I'm wrong about this, then it probably needs to be on top, which would stink, but not the end of the world. Alright, so we just have to, I'm scrolling far too fast. Alright, so I just need to get a, not a cable anchor, I just need some kind of connector for energy. We've done this before. I've literally, you know what, I don't even have to do this. I just needed to see what I did for this. Jokes. Oh, that thing is smoking. Is that going to be a problem? I'm going to take this out of there. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and unplug you so this thing does not explode. I don't think it's at risk for exploding, but I don't want to figure out that it is. Alright, so block of coal. You can hang out there. Did I not have a power cable here? Really? Okay, I guess we just never had a power cable here. Okay, hold on. Let me see if this actually even connects to that. No, that doesn't connect that way either. Alright, well, I am confuzzled very, very badly. Alright, let's see. What connects energy? Energy connecting for you. This, I wonder if that wireless thing means that it's actually like, it's for power, or if it's like a communications thing? I don't even know. Oh, times like this, I really wish that I had my stream base. My stream base would know. My stream base would not leave me alone, and they would be like, Choco, it's okay. We're here for you. Just don't freak out. We'll be fine. I'll be like, thank you, base. Glass cables? Is that what it is? I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, tell you what, we're gonna make a little bit of a cut skedoodles here, because this is the perfect opportunity for me to figure stuff out and not be more confused, and then I'll be right back. So BRB. Okay, so I'm really excited, because I just determined that we're actually not that far off of where we need to be. So, I kind of cut the thing short. I probably should have kept watching, because I think that there's going to be more that I'm going to end up discovering, like, oh yeah, how do you do that? But for right now, I'm like really quite, I want this in my life right now. Alright, so we need quartz fiber, and then these pure... No, we just need flux crystals. Okay, so we need quartz fiber and then crystals. We can do that. So, we're gonna open this one. Yes, okay, so we have 22 here, and then we just needed that quartz glass. And we're gonna make more of these things, but we already have some, so that's perfect. So now, if I am not mistaken, this will attach to that. That's not... No! Really? I thought they interacted with each other. Am I wrong? Really? Guys? Seriously? Whoop, that's... Okay. Well, shucks. Dang. Well, that is extremely depressing. Alright, well, I am confuzzled. I thought Ender.io interfaced with this stuff, man. Oh, that stinks. Alright. Well, you know what? That's okay. We'll figure it out. So for the time being, I'm going to leave these cables all out like that. I know it seems kind of ugly right now, but Here, we're going to just cover this up. Much like a crime at the scene, we must hide the evidence. All right, and then I am unfortunately going to have to, we're going to break this down. I know, like, cue the violins, the sad music. And then I'm going to go ahead and actually go crawling back to my poor little vibration chamber, which is so bad. This thing is, like, god-awfully terrible for energy. But we'll have to make do with it. I don't think this will be enough to power all of them, though. That is the one caveat to this whole thing. So I'm actually going to go ahead, throw this down. Actually, I don't want to interfere with that. I'm sure there's a way to make them communicate. I'm almost positive that there is a way for them to communicate. I just don't know how that works. So I'm sure some of you guys are gurus and are like, oh, Choco, obviously, you just connect it to the discombobulator to the thingamajigger, and then voila, you're going to have this. I'm like, man, bros, I am really not that advanced, McCold. You know, you guys are all like magicians and stuff, but I am a normal Chocobo man. I got to figure this out. All right, so we're going to take this duplicator tree. We're going to put it over here, hopefully destroy any things that would contest with it. I'm going to go ahead, introduce myself to the beholder, say goodbye, and then just, you know, you say goodbye, and I say goodbye too. Goodbye, goodbye. And her chest is now my hat, I said goodbye. Alright, so, that is all done. And I think we're in pretty good shape. So we're just going to have to wait for our new tree to grow, unfortunately. And then we're going to have to make a whole bunch of vibration chambers. How hard is it to make these things? I don't even remember. It's been such a long time since we made that. Vibration chamber. Maybe there's another... Ow. Vibration chamber. It requires energy acceptors, which involves quartz glass. Gosh darn you. Darn you, spawn of devilry. Alright, we're gonna have to... You know what? I know what we can do. I know exactly what we can do. What I'm gonna do is this. I'm going to actually... See these energon crystals that we haven't done anything with for an extremely long time? I'm going to take all these energon cubes, and I'm going to go ahead and replace them over there, and put the stuff that we need now over here, and hopefully it won't take me 3 billion years to get this done. That is the hope. I have hopes. I also have dreams. These are hopefully all going to work out, and it's going to be glorious. Alright, so let's go ahead, do the old swapperoo. This tree is growing. How very admirable. And we're just going to go ahead and make this base covered in blue junk. I don't know what that is. And then... And I think energon crystals actually are part of the... Yeah, they're part of the Transformers mod. So I could make myself into like some kind of cool transformer there, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I will save a couple of these moth scale things. You never know. I might come back to it one day and be like, oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. But until then, I will leave myself the option. But yes, so I guess we have to play the waiting game again, so yeah, we'll be right back. I hope you guys are appreciating these edits, because I'm doing my best. So BRB. Alright, we're back again, and this time I discovered something, because I did research while I was waiting for these darn things over here to start growing more of them, and I thought they were stupid because they were taking forever, and I don't know why they're not respawning faster, and I'm crazy, and I want them now, because I am very impatient. I'm like a small child. So, I ended up figuring out something really cool, which is, apparently, if you get this thing called an energy acceptor, and I just tested this out in the server, so I think we're all Gucci. It requires us to make quartz glass, and then we have to get the quartz dust first, but we have to go make the quartz glass, and then get this crystal in here and make an energy acceptor. This will actually make it so I can use another mod pack's thing of power, Sterling engine, and then we're going to go ahead and throw that in. But first, we do need to actually make some of that sweet, sweet quartz glass. Now, because of the way this works, this usually ends with me screaming, because I get very upset, because I usually fleep something up and then the end of the world occurs. So, please be patient with me. I am hoping that this will not end with me screaming, but also earphone warning, because you never know, man. I'm being the good guy here. I'm trying to warn you all. I'm trying to warn you, fam. Alright, so let's go ahead, just get this. Eat some apples. Apples are good for you. Ask Vicstar12 Trez, and he will vouch that apples are pretty much the greatest thing ever. Truly, that boy eats way too many of them. There's not really so much a thing as too many of them, but he gets pretty close. Oh man, all the love to Vicstar, honestly. Good guy, good man. Charlie Brown, good man. All right, so we have 6. Man, that makes like nothing. Quartz glass, bro. All right, so we have 9. Like, I know I should make a replicating thing for quartz glass. I just get that feeling that quartz glass is something that we should probably make a whole bunch of, but like, I don't know if I really actually want to. I should. I know. I'm being lazy, and I just give me the good feels in the comments section, please. I need all your strength. Also, I just realized we're level 126. Level 126. Do you know how long that would take me to do in vanilla? Do you have? It's like I just look at that. I'm like, wow, I'm rich. I could go enchant everything, but that's not how this rolls. So we're just gonna silently cry to ourselves. I know you might be thinking to yourself, Choco, why don't you skip this part? But I want you to see. I want to prove to you that this is literally what I do. Just when I have things to do. You guys are used to this, and I just want you guys to know that you guys are worth the work because you're beautiful. And when you flip your hair, oh baby, it gets me overwhelmed. And when you smile at the ground, it's not hard. I am botching the lyrics so hard. But I'm trying to flatter you all right? So that's the point. I'm trying to make you feel like the prettiest girl at prom. And I hope you feel exactly like that, or maybe like the most handsome guy at prom. But you know, that's gonna get misinterpreted. All right, so we have. I actually crowned one more than I needed, which is not what I wanted to do. All right, so quartz glass. We can make. I made way too many. I didn't realize they made them in batches. Fleep. Okay, we're all right. We got this. All right, bang. So many things of quartz glass. I am going to, and since I logged out and logged back in, I have to do this again. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to get rid of these vibration chambers for now. It is possible that I might need to come back in the future, and I'll be like, yo, I missed you, homie, and then like have to suck up to it. But for now, we're just going to take these bad boys and we're going to bring them home. Because I think, if I'm right, if what I researched was correct, that we are going to be pleasantly surprised with the outcome of this. So, for this to actually work as I would hope, we need to go down one further, and the Stirling generator is actually going to reside down here, I think. Hold on, let me make sure that we're the right level of block. So it's going to be generator. Yes, okay. I think that will work. All right, so this bad boy, it still keeps our coal, which is actually a really neat thing. I thought you needed the wrench in order to do that, but apparently not, which is, I am 100% okay with that. So let's go ahead, get this energy conduit here. And you might be like, Choco, it doesn't work. It does work, I think. So you see how it's connecting right there? Of course it's connecting, Choco. They know that part. Cry every time. I'm excited. All right, I am really like that happy dog that's wagging his tail a little bit too ferociously right now. That's me. All right, let's go ahead. Bang, 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 bang. All right, nice. And then the beautiful part. You ready? No, there we go. And then you see how that Stirling generator is slowly like churning power out and then putting it back in. That is what we want to see. Put this flux cable right here. And voila, look at that. Device online. All of them are working their little booties off to make us the greatness that is this generator. And that makes me all kinds of happy. I could do a happy dance like a penguin. All right, so that is taken care of. And that, honestly, that coal should last us quite a while. If I need to refill it, I will. Actually, I should probably just open it up just in case. So I'm just going to go ahead, open that up to that point there, and let's top it off. Why not? So we have that going. Now, we have this. We need to make an ME chest. Okay, so the ME chest, the way that I understand this to work is that this is going to be kind of like our chest that holds stuff in it, which is important, right? So we need an ME terminal, which is going to require all this other junk, illuminated panel, and I don't know, this more quartz glass, blah, blah, blah. But the real thing here is that this is going to require this logic processor, which requires an inscriber, which in turn is going to require a whole bunch of other stuff because I need to do this from the logic press and blah, blah, blah. So what we need to do here is we need to actually get our inscriber out, which I believe we actually have one over here, if I'm not mistaken. Right? No, I guess not. All right, well, I thought we had one. I guess I'm just crazy. I thought we made an inscriber. Did we not? Okay. I don't know. Maybe we did. Maybe it got eaten by sharks. I don't know. All right, inscriber. Inscriber. Okay, perfect. So iron, some sticky pistons, and then a flux crystal. Not too bad. We can do that. And then we're just going to go ahead do spooky ghost. I don't know why I did that. All right, sticky piston. Do I have... I only have pistons. All right, well, let's go ahead. Actually, can I grab 3 of these? Yes, I can. And then I'm going to also grab... If I... Where did it go? Oh, no. Oh, no. Was it one of those things I was like, I wrote them off as acceptable casualties? Oh, please say it's not. I fear for the worst, fam. Oh, no. Oh, thank God. I thought the end of my life as I knew it was coming. All right, so let's go ahead, take these congealed slimes, bang, slime balls, and then take these pistons, throw them into here, take the slime balls, bang, sticky pistons, perfect. And then we're actually going to learn how to make sticky pistons, because that just sounds like a good idea. Just kidding, I can't make them. Why? Because... Why can't I make them? Okay, that... I was throwing a curveball today, and I didn't know what to make of it, because that's very strange. Alright, can I... Did I already learn? I think I already learned this. Yeah, I already learned this. Okay, well, that's strange. We just discovered something new today. That is something I'm kind of... Dang, that's a shame. That's actually kind of a shame. Alright, so let's flop on over to here. Go have a chit-chat about the inscriber. 1 inscriber, please. And then we are in pretty good shape. So I'm actually going to put this right here, because this Stirling generator generates immense amounts of power, which is, you know, pretty much exactly what I need for this whole operation. Actually, maybe I can just, can I? Well, I think it would be fine. I don't know. I'm just going to put these here. I think that will be okay. Is this still online? Okay, devices are still online. That's what I like to see. This thing doesn't really have anything going at the moment. So, all right. So let's go ahead, and we're going to have to make ourselves the ME chest. So we're going to go ahead, make the logic press is what I think my goal for today is, and then I'm going to pick this back up later on. But I want to get this logic processor going. So first thing first, I'm going to start with a printed logic circuit. So we need the inscriber logic press, and I'm assuming gold, because that's going to, like, it's going to put that print on there. So let's go ahead, find that, if I can find it ever. Logic press. No, it's going to be in here, probably. No, it's not. Where would I have put... It's one of these. It's in here? Here. I know I have them. I literally just saw them. I know I am losing my mind. Okay. Logic press. Yes. Okay, I need one of you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take that. I hope this doesn't use them. If so, I can always get another one. I just kind of hope that's not the case. Alright, so let's go ahead, put one of these bad boys on there. Alright, there it goes. Working its little booty off. Okay, cool, and I get to keep it. Excellent. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Alright, so now that we have that little bit of the logic circuit done, we now need to take printed silicon. So we need the silicon press. So let's go zoom back over. And then let's go ahead and put the inscriber logic press back and the silicon press. We are getting so close to having an MHS, guys. So close. Like, we are actually... What am I doing right now? Okay. We're actually killing it. My brain is literally on the fritz right now. Alright, so some silicon in there. Let that kind of churn out the product that we all want. Voila. Printed silicon is exactly what the doctor ordered. I am running out of space. I don't know why I decided to throw that one out. And then that means all I need now is redstone. And then let's just throw that in there. Throw this bad boy in there, as well as this silicon chip. There we go. We're so close. Logic processor, awesome. Actually, tell you what, we're pretty much there already for most. Oh wait, what does this require? Oh no, it requires more of these logic processors? Okay, well, I mean, it's like, can you put this on the ground? No, dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this the legit way. Fleep. Okay. Well, anyways, we made our first logic, the logic processor thing. I'm pretty content with that for right now. I think we're gonna do the rest together. I'm just gonna go ahead, kind of. Number one, I need to organize my inventory a little bit more because right now it's a hot mess. So I'm going to try to organize my inventory before the next episode. We've already been gone way over time than what I was expecting to do today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. We are finally making sizable progress towards understanding the mod packs and all that stuff and this whole RF thing. And this little engine that could is just honestly being like the biggest of the bays right now. It is really killing it. So anyways, guys, just like the meteor shield protecting my land from meteors, I hope that you are all protected in your days as well. Loved and cherished, because I love you all dearly. And I thank you all for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and enjoying this content. And I'll see you guys next time, where hopefully we're going to have ourselves a working ME chest. Maybe we can get some storage going on. Maybe. I'm feeling pretty good about it. So anyways, take care, and ciao for now.